yo, yo. Alright. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Cashin with Cam family. What's happening? Uh Episode a million, it feels like, of this season. Your boy's been grinding all year. Um Hinted at a little announcement on the gram. I will touch on that in a little bit. But hey, we're here. Thanks for being here, boys. Nuke's Christmas Cup is 10% boost all bets. That's right. Uh, Merry Christmas, season's eatings to all of you. Um, we're here. It's dark outside, man. It's real dark. And you know what else is dark? The web. Your boy got bamboozled this week. Just all my personal information just taken and thrown into the depths of the dark web. Uh, it's all in Davy Jones' locker at this point. Um, and you know, I've done a lot of things this week to rectify that, but your boy has been in a bit of a shamble like situation. But we're on the way back. We're on the way back. This is just a PSA to start the show. If this is the only part of the show you listen to, go change all your passwords right now. Get your bank account off of the internet. If you're going to do PayPal, if you're going to do Venmo, if you're going to do any of that, just do like a credit card or something. You know, all my homies do indeed hate PayPal. Someone basically hacked into my PayPal account. And just so you know, if you're out there listening, hacker, BPD is on your ass now, okay? Filed a police report. I'm sure you'll be in handcuffs by the end of the show. I'm sure you will be. And I want to see you. I want to see you. Come see me. All right? Really, it's just a major inconvenience. I'm going to get my money back because, you know, we're cashing. I mean, we're cashing at the end of the day, hacker or not. But going to get my money back. Did I have to do so many things? Yes. You know, I had to do so many things to Rebs are on the path to greatness. I need your 3 reasons why the Rebs will win Saturday, Cam. That's going to be tough, Will. We'll get to it later in the show. Yeah, BPD does not have a chief. I'm hoping they're running like a rogue operation at this point, and they're going to go into some guerrilla warfare to get this guy who is probably deep into, you know, India. I'll just say it. The money was converted into Australian dollars, though, so it might be a young kangaroo rider that's taking my stuff. Not to be racist to the Australians. A young syphili koala bear. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to call out Rajesh, but I didn't hear from him last week, and now all my money's gone. Care to comment, Rajesh? Care to comment? Start a GoFundMe. Tone, that's not a terrible idea. I really think it's comeuppance for my win, my $3,000 win on Underdog. It was Wolski. I think it was karma. It was what I needed. It's a wake up call. That's not why this is probably the last episode of the season, but I do kind of want to get off the web for a little while. You know, I kind of want to just cut the cord. You know, stressful as all hell, let me tell you. So, you know, if you're out there with your bank account online and that sort of thing, you're all my friends here. Go change your stuff. Go freeze your credit. This is an adult conversation we're having, you and me right here. Look in my eyes. Freeze your credit. Don't let them get you. Don't let them get you. And that's all I have to say about that. That's my dadness coming out now. Your boy's a dad. Tan, to recap, my PayPal was hacked. They took some money, as well as all of my personal information, social, driver's license. I'm going to lay it all out here, criminals. Okay? Brandon Police Department on their ass. Um, filed a police report that I didn't even get a copy of. And I've taken many, many steps to make sure me and my family are good and that, you know, I'm not out there just, people aren't selling my organs without me knowing and that sort of thing. This hat is giving. It was my grandfather's hat. Shouts to Jack Dad, you know. How we doing tonight? How's everyone else's week going? I can tell you mine has been a living hell. But we're back. We're okay. We've recovered. Hey, I'm at 39 subs, 39 subscribers. If you're there and you want to give to a cam in need, hit that subscribe button and get me to 40. Get me to 40. That would be the perfect way to end this Cashin with Cam season. Um, and yes, before I turn on the phone lines, I will say this is more than likely going to be the last Cashin of the season. The reason why, we have 2 weeks of college football left. I'm going to be traveling next week. Won't have access to all of my equipment and whatnot. So I'll be traveling next week. Can't do it. And then it's like Thanksgiving, Egg Bowl week, and all that the next week. I might do I might do something on Thursday, uh, and I might do an episode Wednesday just to close it out. But you know, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it these next couple weeks. But let's make this the best episode of the season. All right, you boys are popping off in the chat. Um, Invite everyone. Get everybody in here. Let's start a dialogue. Uh, for next season, if this is the last episode, um, I want to do a couple things if I can. I want to get a co-host or producer. Sam started off this year, had some personal stuff, and he just decided that he didn't have time to keep helping me out, and that's fine. But I would really like to have a producer or a co-host um, next season, or if we wanted to even try it out, do a little trial. If you're interested, hit me up on via text. Most of you guys don't live here that are in the chat, so you guys are kind of auto eliminated. But if you know somebody close by that wants to talk ball every week, let me know. Yeah, Jake. Yeah, I'll probably like do a bowl game, preview or a college football playoff episode. Um, I just feel like I need to start spacing stuff out. Wednesday night's kind of a tough thing to do every week. But Hag says co-host will be lit. Hag, you're in the area, pal. You're in the area, pal. John, you missed the fact that I got hacked by the dark webs. That's what I was talking about. Presidential debate lock. I'm going with Vivek. The charisma on that man. You know. I guess book it. Book Vivek. I don't know. He'll do this a lot. You know. He's ugly as a dog. Vivek. He's gay. Is that a good Trump? Dubs in the chat if that was a good Trump impression. Vivek, I call him Civic. He's an undersized sedan of a man. Ted Cruz, your wife is ugly as a dog. We've all seen her. She's a dog. Trump, dubs in the chat if that's a good Trump. Give it to me. Give it to me. But yeah, John, that's my lock. So enough with my personal issues. Again, how's everybody's week going? Hag, you put your application in. Let's go. Hubbard will be clutch for MSU, Tony says. Yeah, State Hoops tips off tonight. Yeah, I mean, who cares? This early, it's still football season. But but yeah, give me a dub for the dogs on the hardwood. I guess. When do they tip off? Tan, I know you're a big state hoops guy. Are they playing in the? Is it already the Barstool tournament they're playing in? Or are they in Stark? It is. It's in Chicago. That's sick. That's sick. That's actually where I'm headed next week. Thanks, Hag. Thanks for bringing me back down to earth there. Um, State minus 3.5. I don't know anything about ASU, so but I like the way state basketball. I like the direction we're headed. Um, what else should we talk about, guys? You just want to get into the games? I'm gonna open up the phone lines. I'm gonna open up the phone lines. If you've ever wanted to call into Cashin with Cam and you haven't, or if you're a regular caller and want to get your last words in, which it might not be. It might not be, guys. I might come back. I might come back. Team Hag for co-host. I think it'd be fun. Hag, I don't. Are you still pip pip cheerioing? You moving out to Beans for Breakfast land? If that's the case, it's gonna be tough. Dogs are missing some starters. Yeah. Well, they'll give it a shot. Yeah, I don't know where Boudreaux is. He's hard to flag down. I don't know if Jackson is making a joke about my stuff being taken, but he just asked me for my personal email. Jackson, I'll never give out my information ever again. Okay, so don't even ask. I think you're joking. I don't even know if you're in here, but I can't give any of my personal stuff ever again. What else? What else? Yeah, so if you want to call in the show 601-706-9475. For all I know, Boudreaux is dead. Rajesh, I don't know where he is. Maybe he has all my money. I don't know. But I will I don't know. I'm gonna ask Jackson if he actually I'm not getting duped by you, Jackson. You might be a hacker. You work for BCI, bro. You're trying to fish my emails and whatnot. You know? I'm not doing that. All right. You'll be here for football season next year. All right, Hag. We might can make some magic. Might can make it happen. Um, Onward. Getting into the games this week. Pretty good slate. Pretty good slate. Tennessee underwhelming this year, ranked 17 right now. Mizzou off the heels of giving Georgia a little scare. Gave Georgia a little scare last week. Number 12th ranked team in the country at home. Who all have they beaten at home? I mean, they beat Kansas State at home. Lost to LSU at home. Lost to Georgia on the road. So I don't know of any other wins they've really had that are of note. Did they already play and beat Kentucky? Missouri? 2 7-2 squads. Missouri beat Kentucky on the road, beat South Carolina pretty handily at home. But more importantly, Hubbard for 25 blindfolded tonight. Jackson, I gotta know, were you just trying to fish my emails, bro? Missouri beat Memphis. Missouri beat Vandy and Middle Tennessee State. So, I know for a fact that Missouri's defense is no good. I know that even at home, they've given up a ton of points this year. And I also know that people are on Tennessee right now for this game. They just beat UConn 59-3. UConn suck on these nuts. Had that one called in earlier this year. Head to head, this game has gone over the last 2 years. Give me the over, 58.5. Tennessee scored 66 last year, 62 the year prior. Mizzou at 24. So it looks like 90 would be good for the over here. I did not make the list, Tanner, but you can call in. Give me the short list for Mississippi State head coach. It seems that you are 100% convinced that Arnett is gone. And if he is, then that's great. That's great for us. If he's not, another season of misery. That's, you know, speaking of misery, Missouri plus 1.5 at home, a little bit disrespectful to the Tigers. But like I said, over 58.5. If it goes like it has the last 2 years, Tennessee will cover by themselves. Give me the over. Onward. Hey, calling in the show 601-706-9475. Let me hear what you got. Jackson now sending me links to know if my email has been hacked. Thanks, Jackson. They're going to hire Troy's coach, calling it Troy's coach. That absolutely obliterated Army when I bet on Army this year. What's this man's name? John Sumrall. It's got a Mississippi State ring to it. It'd be a nice change of pace. I did see where Dan congratulated Tate Reeves on his second term, and State fans were chirping. They were like, Dan, what about a second term for you, my guy? Maybe I don't know. Do you guys want Dan back? I mean, terrible human. But you can't argue with the results. I mean, some pretty good Mississippi State teams under Dan the Man, Cousin Eddie, as some call him. I don't know if he's giving up that TV contract, though. I don't know what they're paying him, but we might see him back in Starkville. You never know. Onward. USC, Oregon. The hardest of passes on Dan. Tater Todd is a crook. Yeah. Yep. Paid his personal trainer like 1.3 mil. My man looks the same. You know what I mean? Young Tate with the gobbler. Hand in hand. We can get mediocrity elsewhere. Yeah, that's true. I think State, the Mike Leach hire was a lot better than a lot of people gave it credit for. Did something different and had some success. So, would like to see someone come in that, obviously changes the offense. I mean, this offense right now is pretty hard to watch, like at all times. Like there hasn't been a game other than like spurts of that South Carolina game where I was just interested in watching us on offense. And then, got torched on defense several times this year. So, we just need to change it all up. We need to change it all up. Would love to see a young guy come in. Should have just hired Lane Kiffin. Yeah, probably so. I think Ole Miss is, as long as Lane stays put, I think they're playoff bound for the next few years once the 12 team comes into effect. In this game, Oregon minus 15 at home. USC off the heels of a loss to Washington. The week before that, they beat somebody. But they lost to Utah. They lost to Notre Dame. Um, who did USC beat in the middle of these three losses? It was Cal. They beat Cal by 1 point, 50-49. So, USC is in a spiral right now. Um, and they're still scoring a lot of points. They fired their defensive coordinator, um, and they are moving forward without him, I guess. Oh, Jackson, you were trying to help me. Thanks. I don't think he got my email, Jackson. I hope not, at least. I changed my password. Nothing's happened to my email. Um, but if they did, I don't know. What can they do with an email? You're a tech guy. What could a hacker do with my email? It doesn't matter. Brandon Police Department is going to arrest this man uh, before this show is even over. Call into the show 601-706-9475. I don't know where Boudreaux is. I do not know where Rajesh is. I don't know. I don't know where the regs are. Tanner, you want to call in and give your short list for the Mississippi State head coaching job? Seems y'all have already kind of laid it out there. But in this game, I don't think the over could be high enough. 73 and a half is the biggest number of the year, I think. I don't think I've seen a number bigger than 73 and a half. I'm also betting on the lowest number I've ever seen this week, which will be fun. But yeah, I like the over 73 and a half. I don't think it could be high enough. I don't think it could be high enough. USC's defense stinks. They fired the coordinator. Maybe the new guy comes in and fires them up a little bit, but I don't think they could last the whole game either way. Oregon let Colorado backdoor cover on them. And just looking at it, there's going to be points. I wouldn't be mad at Gus Malzahn. But your email, the password's tied to that email, but not your email. The password's tied to that. Okay. All right, Jackson, I'll get with you later on this. Morgan Wallen just gave a shit-filled Twinkie performance at the CMAs, in case anyone was wondering. Vols L this week. Yeah, okay, that's good insider knowledge. Take Mizzou plus the points. +1.5 for Mizzou at home. This game, give me 80 points on the board, over 73 and a half. And I like Oregon to win. That 15 is pretty scary, just with USC's ability on offense. I think they're giving Oregon a ton of credit to be able to stop them. And Caleb Williams seen crying last week was a tough look. But I think he comes back with a vengeance this week and at least put some points on the board. Give me the over. Onward to another Pac-12 matchup. This week, we've got Utah at Washington. Washington has played some close games recently. We know Utah's defense is one of the best in the country. Washington 9-0. If they're going to be tested, you would think it's going to be this week. Bo Nix or Caleb Williams? At this point right now, I'm taking Bo. I think Caleb Williams, they catered that offense to Caleb Williams, and it looked great in the first half of the year. Obviously, recently, he's gone against some real defenses, and it really hasn't looked all that good. Washington beat USC 52-42. Utah probably going to upset. I'm kind of on that wave too, Tan. Washington played it close against Stanford. 15-7 against Arizona State, which is nuts. Beat Oregon by 3. Had a little trouble stopping Cal, and beat Arizona, who has come alive in the last couple weeks. They beat them by a touchdown. So I really like Utah to cover the 9.5 in this game. I think this is the best defense that Penix and Washington will face this year. And I'm thinking that Utah, I think Utah scored like 50 points last week. I might be wrong. Let me make sure. Yeah, Utah scored 55 against Arizona State last week, 55-3. They did kind of, yeah. I mean, against Oregon, they looked pretty bad offensively. I think, uh, I think they went into that game without the juice. If Washington wins, they should be in the top four for sure. Yeah, I mean, this is a big test for Washington. Probably their last test of the year. They've got um, Oregon State and Wazoo left on their schedule. Oregon State, a decent squad, but definitely not as good of a defense as Utah's. I like Utah to cover the 9.5. I think Washington could still squeak away with it. Um, and, that over under number at 51.5 seems right. I probably wouldn't touch that one. Unless Washington, just goes out and gets on top early and just stays ahead. Utah's not really a come from behind team. They're going to have to stop them early and then kind of get their. If you watch Utah this year, their touchdowns, when they score, it's usually like chunk plays. You're guaranteed to see some flea flicking and that sort of stuff from Utah without Cam Rising. I guess he's out for the year. I don't know why they hinted at him coming back ever because he just was never coming back this year. Um, but yeah, I like Utah on the points plus 9.5. It is at Washington, so you would think that they're probably going to be in a pretty crazy environment there. They're in Seattle, right? So yeah, I'd love for it to be a little rainy, maybe a little windy. That's so catered to Utah. So give me the Utes. Give me the Utes. Onward to the Big Ten matchup of the week. The Dirty Rotten Scoundrels of Michigan taking on the Penn State Nittany Lions. James Franklin cannot win big games. James Franklin cannot win big games. Former Mississippi State running back had like 250 yards and 2 or 3 touchdowns for Washington Saturday. Yeah, Dylan Johnson. Pretty sad. Pretty sad to watch that, Dan. Pretty sad to watch that. I think Mike Leach called him soft. It was actually one of the last things Mike did. RIP to the Pirate. Called that young man soft, and now he is running all over the Pac-12. So good for Dylan. Good for him. Call into the show 601-706-9475. Again, probably our last episode of the season, so if you want to say something, come on to Cashin with Cam. The water's fine, and it's in a Nukes Cup. Christmas edition. This game, Michigan minus 4.5 on the road at Penn State. Gotta imagine it's going to be a whiteout, which is electric. I just don't believe in Penn State. I had them against Ohio State. They couldn't run an offense. Let's not forget a minor scandal the Lions had a few years ago. Oh, minor scandal. No pun intended. Very good. Very good. Yeah. So just a scandalous matchup here. Wouldn't want to be in the showers or the sidelines on this one. You're getting your sign stolen, and just, we won't talk about what happens, after. But yeah, tough one. Sorry. But Michigan, known sign stealers. I feel like they're not getting in trouble for this. It seems like everyone's kind of just been like, it is what it is. It happens. That's part of the game. Uh, it was a little excessive by buying that guy like 30 tickets to go see rival schools. But I don't think they're going to get in trouble. I don't. Stephen A. is the only one I've really heard be like they need to be out of the college football playoff. And that's kind of the only buzz I've seen in that direction. Most of it is, hey, everyone steals signs as part of it. So I think Michigan is still going to be there. I mean, the committee might like punish them for everything that's going on and get them out of the top four, especially if you see Washington win. But for now, I think Michigan stays put, and I think they probably win by 2 or 3 scores this weekend. like I said, James Franklin just cannot win a big game. I think they try to do too much on offense, and it ends up just they suck. Um, Watching them against Ohio State was brutal. Their defense is fine, but I mean, Michigan just has such a big target on their back. I feel like their players know that. I feel like it motivates them to just go kill people. Um, I like Michigan in this one. The 4.5 doesn't really scare me. I see it being, touchdown or two at the end of the day. So give me Michigan minus 4.5. And let's move on to the game of the week that everyone's talking about. Will asked me to give 3 reasons why Ole Miss wins this game. And I'm trying to think of them as we speak because I got to tell you, I'm kind of all over the dogs. I'm kind of all over the dogs. Um, if you disagree, call into the show 601-706-9475. I think if you would have asked me, after Ole Miss beat LSU, if they had a shot against Georgia, I would have definitely said yes. And then if you would have asked me after Georgia struggled against, a couple of these teams, I would have said yes. And did they kind of struggle last week against Missouri? Um, yes, that's the answer. They crushed Florida, crushed Kentucky, and I'd rather blend my testicles than watch Ole Miss win this game. Yeah, Tan. That's you know, I think Ole Miss can win. I do think they can win, but I do think Georgia probably plays murder ball. I mean, everyone has been down on Georgia all year. They lose their number one spot to Ohio State. Their strength of schedule, everyone talks about being in the hundreds or whatever in the country. Obviously, this game will boost their strength of schedule, but yeah, I did see Georgia kind of hinted at Bowers loading. Um, so if Bowers is back, maybe that changes the game. I think Georgia wins without Bowers, but the 10.5, the 10.5 is a little sketch. Um, I want Will and any other Ole Miss fan in here. What's the deal with not wanting to play for the SEC championship? I get that you want to be in the playoff if you can, but why? When did these days come where you didn't want to play for or win an like a conference championship? Do people just not care about the conferences anymore? I think it's kind of. I think it's just kind of like it's kind of sad, honestly. It's kind of sad um, to hear that Ole Miss fans would rather um, just skip playing in the big game to go and play in the playoff. I guess you'd rather have a playoff. Someone framed it to me. Would you rather State have won the SEC championship in baseball instead of the national championship? And I said no. So I get it from that perspective. Yeah, it's kind of soft. It's kind of soft. I would rather win. I mean, I'd like to win both, right? If you're good enough to win the national championship, to play in the college football playoffs, shouldn't you be good enough to win the SEC championship? I guess we'll find out this weekend. Although, if Ole Miss beats Georgia this weekend, they're probably not beating them twice. So I get that, but you have to win this weekend. I guess that is the best scenario for Ole Miss. I can't hate anymore because if you win this weekend, you don't have to play them in the SEC championship, and then you get to go to the playoff, barring I guess they put Alabama in, or I mean, worst case though, Georgia beats Alabama in the SEC championship. Um, then they're in the playoff. Then Ole Miss, you got to play them again anyway, right? I haven't done all the math or whatever, but I would think that'd probably be the scenario. Ole Miss beats Georgia here. Georgia has one SEC loss. Bama does not have an SEC loss. They play in the SEC championship. Georgia beats Bama, SEC championship. They're in the playoff. And then Ole Miss probably doesn't even get in, right? Also, Alabama has to lose out for them to win. Yeah, I don't think Ole Miss is winning the West. Um, it doesn't seem that way. I don't know. I mean, they beat LSU, but LSU now has what, two or three, or two SEC losses. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a pretzel. It's okay to say you'd rather have a natty. That's fine, but to say you don't want the SEC championship, yeah. I mean, thank you, Will. Thank you, Will. So I get Ole Miss fans' argument. I do, but if you are good enough to win the national championship, add a trophy. Trophies. Drake. Uh, One loss Ole Miss team isn't getting in over any conference champion. Yeah, I think even if Ole Miss had a better resume, the committee would keep them out. But here's the thing: if I'm an Ole Miss fan too, really, if you think about it, if you're kind of projecting your team's success in the future, Ole Miss more than likely is getting in the playoffs at least once out of the next 3 years, maybe two, maybe all three, with the 12-team playoff. Uh, Play for SEC championships when you have an opportunity. Which I mean that they probably won't win this game. I could see them covering the 10.5, but I could also see Georgia winning like 40-20 something. I mean, Ole Miss's offense was absolutely flatlined in that second half against Bama on the road. Um, I could see them coming out in this game and it being really close. Um, Being really close in the first half. Georgia makes a ton of second half adjustments defensively, and that's kind of been Bama's mo as well this year. I'm getting a call. Let's see. You're on Cashin. Hello.
Oh, hello, my friend.
Oh, Rajesh. What's going on, man?
How are you, my friend?
Man.
I am good. I'm good. I need some help on. I want some good betting information here because we're going celebrating. My friend, he got lots of money from this white guy. He's very good.
Is that right, Rajesh?
Yes, yes, big celebration. So I need some small bet to give me some money to go celebrate with. Go out on the town.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I think you should put your everything on Ole Miss money line, and you and your friend can buzz off, pal.
What about a good? What about hockey? Do you think that do you think that the Golden Knights are going to win tonight?
Yeah, throw it all on the line there too, Rajesh.
All on the Golden Knights. What
All
about
all on the
you
Golden
know the
Knights.
what about the basketball? You know, like do you think that the Victor Wembanyama or Connor Bernard is better?
Um, the first one.
Like do you, but Connor Bernard he bringing back the Chicago Blackhawks.
Oh,
He's
okay.
an
Yeah, yeah, he's sick with it. Bernard is sick with it.
but who do you think is the better look? They both the generational talent, but who do you think better?
Did you say him and McDavid?
No. But the Bernard or the Wembanyama?
Oh, Victor Wembanyama. Uh, I'm taking Bedard.
Bernard. Okay, okay.
I guess. I don't know. You're a big Victor fan though, aren't you?
But I mean, you do look at that wingspan, man.
Yeah,
You get that wingspan. You can get all the way. You can get all the way across the street. You don't have to worry about the different in the traffic.
that's true. I guess Bedard has a bit of a size issue compared to Victor Wembanyama.
Everyone does.
That's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. What else has been going on, Rajesh? I mean, I'm hoping
But
that
the cricket World Cup is almost into the semi-final soon. Next week it's in the semi-finals, and India already in. I think they got a very good chance.
Who do they play?
But they don't know yet.
Uh,
they're definitely in. They have not lost yet, so they definitely do.
who do you want? Who does India want?
The, who does India want? I mean, India can take anybody, man.
No, anybody. Anybody.
India can take anybody.
I
They
concur.
have if you look not even just by stat, if you just know your ball, you got the three best bowlers, so nobody can beat it India, and then you have all the great on the side. Oh, some great play.
As a wicket head myself, I do. I concur. I concur.
Who do you have winning at all? And who do you? Don't say India. Just a bandwagon with me, you know.
I do.
I don't
I
want you to
do
feel
tend to
pressure.
pander to you, Rajesh. I must say. Um, let me check on the bracket. I mean, who's left?
It's still the group stage, so they should everyone technically still in.
Hmm. Hmm. Did England get bounced?
England is terrible.
Okay.
We don't like England.
Yeah, they stink. They stink. But it originated in England, like you noted. Um, so we really have a
Yes, but
debt to pay to
English
England.
people suck. They don't even make a good curry. They like to put curry on their Chinese food. Who does that?
I don't know. I'm a big Chinese guy myself, and I can't believe that.
Did they eat the bland fried Chinese food there? Do you ever eat the good Indian food? You get your dals and then your dosa, all that stuff.
Favorite American spot, Rajesh?
Favorite American spot? Applebee's.
Hmm. You,
Dollarita's,
yeah, I was
baby.
about to say, big Dollarita fan.
Yes, I mean that is the best place to go when you get out of the call center and you need something to drink.
I bet. I bet. Anything else, Rajesh? You bastard.
Um, you bastard! Why are you calling me a bastard?
I know what you're doing, Rajesh. You're in my head. Are you hacking my accounts right now?
Why would I'm not I do not hack.
Mm-hmm.
I do I call people on the phone for the customer service.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay.
And then my side job in here in North Dakota,
Hmm.
I'd make some moonshine.
Oh, big shiner, huh?
The big one right now, the blackberry moonshine. Save some blackberries in the summer. I poured them and I made them into moonshine.
Good for the holidays.
It's good for any time.
Any time of day.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Rajesh. What else?
Um. So, who do you think is going to win the NFL?
Who's gonna win the NFL? If you'd have asked me earlier in the year, I would have said 49ers. I'm starting to lean more towards the Eagles.
Boo Eagles.
No Eagles.
Boo Eagles. Boo Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys stink. Who you got?
Taylor Swift is going to win it all.
Taylor Swift. Okay, she is a good player.
I think that is a good choice because she makes lots of money even if her boyfriend don't make it the Super Bowl or not.
They do say that left to his own devices, Travis can't play. He needs Taylor in the stands.
Boo boo.
Are you a big
Travis
Swifty?
Kelsey is great.
Are you a big Swifty?
I'm a big Kanye fan.
Oh, well, that's problematic.
Problematic. Graduation is great album.
Good morning.
All
A classic.
good morning. Yes, you have the Jesus.
You like Jesus? Devil in a
Yes,
New
and
Dress?
Jesus is King.
Top three Kanye albums, go.
Number one is the graduation.
Okay, I concur.
Number two, 808 and Heartbreak.
Ugh.
And
Sad, sad,
Earth.
sad boy.
Boo. I certainly not like some of your opinions,
Well, me.
Good thing my friend took the money. Oops, I did not mean to say that. No, at number three, Jesus is king.
Okay. Okay. We'll see you,
Closed
Rajesh.
on Sundays, baby.
Chick-fil-A. Yep. All right, Rajesh. Till next time.
Take.
Enjoy my money.
Not your money. What you talking about? I mean, I'm going to take your advice for the money. So now I'm going to make a lot of money under the golden night.
Golden Knights. Book it.
Thank you, Ken.
All right. Bye. Okay. Well, Rajesh is just in my head at this point. You know, a nice guy. A nice guy. But wow. You know, yeah, just head spinning right now. Head spinning. Was it Rajesh? Was it Rajesh? Um, I don't know. I don't know. Um, I do have IP address tracker on here, so I'm gonna find Rajesh and I'm gonna have him at least come be the co-host. Hag, you and Rajesh are gonna have to have a co-host off. Um, Alex says, "LOL, do we have an ID on this guy yet?" Rajesh is a mystery. Rajesh is a mystery. Give me Georgia minus 10.5. I don't care anymore. Just give me the dogs. Kirby's gonna have them ready. Ole Miss, you know, good season. Congratulations on your 8 wins. Uh, the only thing sweeter than Ole Miss losing this game by a lot of points would be Ole Miss winning this game and State somehow winning the Egg Bowl. I mean, that would be hilarious. That would be an all-time State Ole Miss just absolute boof. You know what I mean? Didn't include my beautiful dark twisted fantasy. Not a real fan. I was kind of thinking the same thing, Alex, but I didn't. I was gonna let him say it if he could. I didn't bring it up, but he, kind of a miss there. Um, Making sure my phone's not gonna die because I'm on my hotspot. Uh, Onward. Um, a good call from Rajesh though. It was good to hear from him again. Missed him last week, and I guess he was busy. You know, taking all my money. Ask his thoughts on Vivek. Yeah, ship has sailed. Rajesh, if you're in the comments, give us a take on Vivek. All Indian people like all Indian people. So, uh, here's my slate this week. Um, Give me the Huskers at home. Huskers at home, taking on one of the M schools in the Big Ten. It's either Maryland or Minnesota. It's Maryland. Uh, the chance to be bowl eligible on the line at 11 a.m. in Lincoln, Nebraska. Give me Rule and the Corn Boys and let it eat. Let it eat. Um, Maryland lost to Penn State 51-15. Lost to Northwestern, who is so bad, 33-27. Lost to Illinois 27-24. Lost to Ohio State 37-17. They were up in that game for a little while. I was on Maryland at the time. 4 straight losses for the Terps. Give me Nebraska at home on an absolute winning train right now with Matt Rule. Miami plus 14.5 against the undefeated Seminoles in Tallahassee. I like Miami to cover here, plus 14.5. Just dodging your call. I did not get a notification, Tan. I did not get a notification. Oh, I'm still on the phone with Rajesh. It appears. I had to end that call, even though he's hacked me again. He's hacked my computer. He is now in control of my computer, it seems. Call back, Tan. Call back. Miami plus 14.5 at Florida State. I think they give them a little bit of a scare. And dare I say, this might be an upset alert. This might be an upset alert. Um, Florida State has been perfect so far this season. I do think they have a good squad, but I think Miami, ever since the Georgia Tech loss, as well as the North Carolina loss, okay, they also lost that game, but ever since then, I think they've had a fire lit under their arse. Okay? Give me the Canes to cover the 14 and a half. Maybe they lose by 2 touchdowns, but that's all I need. That's all I need. We already discussed this one. Utah plus 9.5 on the road at Washington. Might win out right there. This is their Super Bowl. That's right, Jacob. Miami covers. Miami covers. This is their Super Bowl. Jacob, as a Knowles fan, if Florida State plays really well, you're gonna have to be pretty excited about that because, like you said, Miami's coming in to win this game for sure. Tennessee, Missouri, we spoke about it. Over 58.5. Tanner, you trying to call it again? I'm not getting anything. Sorry, pal. And then just the most hilarious total of the season: Rutgers at Iowa. 28.5 is the lowest number I've ever seen. We got a call. Who could it be? Tan the man.
Hey,
What are
what's
you
up,
doing?
brother?
Oh man, just
Dude,
cashing. What's up with you?
uh, I'm watching Joe Morris get burned Miami.
Yeah, they look really bad.
Yeah, he's a really bad head coach. I think.
As it turns out, yes. His quarterback has one of the worst names for a quarterback, which he got hurt. I think he's out now. But the guy who started that game at quarterback had an awful last name. I can't remember even what it was.
I think they're running out there like second and third quarterbacks. I don't foresee this working out for Joe at this point. I think he just needs to stick to calling the plays and not running the program.
He could also be the OC for Penn State next year. Be the genius that he is.
He could be, man. They loved him up there. They would probably bring him back, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But even when he was at Oregon, it's not like they were really crushing it on offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what you got for me, Ted?
No, I was kind of wondering if you were going to touch the South Carolina Vanderbilt game. Was South Carolina being a dumpster fire? Vanderbilt also being shitty. The line is like 13.5.
Mm-hmm.
Really a potential. I could see Vandy just winning that thing because South Carolina is. I mean, they would do overtime with Jacksonville State this weekend.
Yeah, I saw that.
Barely got out of there.
Beamer, very self-aware. He said his son roasted him up. They had the teacher had invited him to their Halloween party at school, and his son was like, "Nah, Dad, you don't need to go. You need to be at the office." Which I thought was funny. I actually heard someone say they would want Beamer at State. I don't think we'd really take a leap up with that.
I want him to be the tight end coach and the recruiter. I think he could do that pretty well, but I definitely sure as hell would want him to be the head coach.
Yeah, seems like a good recruiter, but yeah, I don't know about that.
Him and Feldman are BFF. So, I don't. That's Feldman's the big Oklahoma guy. Beamer was at Oklahoma. So
saying Beamer ball would be fun. That'd be good T-shirts.
Yeah, I don't think Feldman's an idiot though, so I don't foresee him hiring you.
You never know.
Doing that, but I mean, if you can't win at South Carolina, you probably can't win at Mississippi State.
That's probably a decent take, yeah. So ideal head coach for Mississippi State in your eyes?
Listen, I've got two names that I'm kind of on right now that are head coaches, and one I would kind of have to walk through, but
uh, Tom Herman is the name that I like. He got fired at Texas, but he was 7-3 during their COVID year, and I think they had like the number 7 offense in the country at that time.
He does kiss his players on
And
the lips.
yeah,
I don't like that.
It
I don't like that. I don't want to see that.
Dude, I just want to win
You just
games.
want dubs. You don't care if there's an outbreak of mono in the locker room.
I mean, hey, we made it through this year without mono being in the locker room.
I guess that's true. I guess that's true. That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, tough one right
That was a
there.
good one. That was a good one.
Yeah. And then I think the guy at Texas State, his name is G.J. King. And,
Oh, yeah, people like him.
Texas State is a god-awful program, and I'm pretty sure he's on the pace to win 2 games this year. So I would take that because it seems like he can actually run a less than developed program. So he's a little young though. I mean, I think he's only 36, but yeah, after Mike and Arnett, we just need somebody with some energy to come in there and kind of light up the fan base, because I definitely think a lot of people are just empathetic towards Mississippi State right now.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Definitely need to make a change. I don't know if they'll do it, but we definitely need to make a change.
As cheap as it is, they better do it. I would be, really.
I think they'll see a downturn in ticket sales next year if they don't do it. So at the end of the day, it's all about making money. So
if I was them, once we take this loss to Texas A&M, like, I would go ahead and do it, and then you can make Chad Bumpus the interim. You can get a fired up squad to blow out Southern Miss, and then maybe they'll be fired up enough to throw a Hail Mary and at least give Ole Miss a run for their money. But I don't think with Barbe running his horrible offense and Arnett just not really running much of anything on the sideline, I mean, it can't be worse.
maybe we fire. Maybe we fire him. We get Cadillac Williams in the door just for a couple games. Give the boys some juice and finish out the year with a couple dubs.
Yeah. They need to do something.
Or even Boobie Dixon. Let's get Boobie Dixon in the door.
Dude, that'd be lit.
I mean,
look, we probably perform like 15 personal fouls a game.
Yeah, we would fight Southern Miss, and the whole team would be disqualified against Ole Miss.
Yeah, the whole team would be probably blazed up before the game.
Yeah, no one would pass a drug test on that squad.
No, not at all. Yeah, I'm 1,000% sure that they'll be hiring a new coach.
Dakota makes a good point. Chris Parsons looked pretty good in his debut. Definitely want to keep him around.
Yeah, that's the frustrating thing, though, is he obviously looks better than Will and Mike, right? And they just want to play him at all.
Yeah, you got to think if he looks that good in the game, he's probably looking pretty good in practice. I get you don't want to burn his red shirt if you don't have to. But at this point, you're trying to save your job, so.
He can't burn it at this point. You only got 3 games left.
Yeah, you might as well just throw him out there.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna lead either way, because I mean, you look at next year, there's not really a quarterback on the roster that he's gonna. Yeah, they're probably gonna get the guy. But I mean, right now he's gonna be the only quarterback on the roster. Him and
Marie Jones, year 8, bring him on.
Yeah, him and whoever we get out of the transfer portal, and then Allen in the high school class. I don't foresee him leaving. That's for sure.
Does State cover the 19.5 or whatever it is this weekend?
No,
just dog walked.
they're talking about Will Rogers playing, and I'm like, dude, if
Texas
he plays,
A&M killer Will Rogers.
yeah. Well, I don't think he would kill this Texas A&M team because he'd probably be on his back the whole game.
Yeah, it's true.
I was at the Texas A&M on this game, and like Jackson Dart really was putting that team on his back because they were in his face every time he dropped that to pass. And
Dart is good.
He's a real athlete.
Yeah.
They were to get away. I'm like,
yeah, A&M has a pretty good defense for sure.
Yeah, they paid a pretty good penny for that.
No doubt.
All
right, Tan. Well, enjoy the rest of the brutal Mississippi State season. Maybe hoops will be better. They just tipped off.
Yeah, I'm about to switch over to that. All right, brother.
I am sad you came to the SIP and didn't tell me.
When did I come to the SIP?
Ole Miss game.
Oh, I was only in Oxford.
Well,
I didn't come to Jackson, but I'm actually living in Birmingham now. So
turn up. You and Jake Coulter should hang.
Yeah, for sure.
Hit them up.
Yeah, dude. I'll be in town for Thanksgiving, so we'll hang out.
All right.
There.
Better see you.
All right, I will.
Bye, Tan. Tan the man with his Mississippi State analysis. It's a tough year for the Dogs and a tough year for Tan. Like I said, Georgia minus 10.5, USC Oregon over 73.5. Hey, I'm running out of battery on my phone, so I'm going to go into the NFL picks. If you need to call in, if you want to let Cam talk to you one last time for the year, or if you've never called in and you want to call in and give us some takes, give us some picks, let me know. Can't do another call like TJ last week. I think we were on the phone for like 30 minutes, so we can't do that again. But, we can do. I know Alex, you seem to be on here if you want to call in and give your NFL picks for the week. I got the Panthers tomorrow night at Chicago. I just don't think it's working out with their backup. He is pretty athletic and can make some plays. But Panthers are like right on the cusp of being decent. Their defense is pretty good, and I think against the Bears' offense, they'll be able to keep it pretty close. Thursday night games just suck. The short week just does not work for NFL players, and being in Chicago, I like the Panthers +4. They went down to the wire, I believe, with C.J. Stroud and the Texans last week. Who are pretty good offensively at least. So I like the Panthers +4. I got time for probably one or two more callers. 601-706-9475. I've got Green Bay and the Steelers under 39. Jordan Love stinks. I mean, he's bad. Thought he was good at the start of the year. He had a good game one, played okay against the Saints, and then since then he's just stunk it up. Steelers at home, they're going to be playing some stingy D. Pickens no longer wants to be a Steeler, so I'm sure he's not going to see much of the ball, or he's going to see a lot of the ball, I guess, to try to keep him active. But I like the under 39 there. Vikings at home, give me the browless horseman, Josh Dobbs +2.5. At home for the Vikes. Call coming in. Pick it up. Oh, Alex.
How we doing?
There he is. Okay. I was worried there for a sec.
Cashin.
We're cashing.
I need like a dual monitor situation to know your picks. Run through your picks again real quick.
I got the Panthers tomorrow. I got Green Bay
touching
Steelers
it.
under 39. Vikings
I
plus
also have
2.5. Bucks minus
Love-
1. Lions minus 2.5.
Okay, I like some of those.
I like Dobbs at home, man. I think he is a freaking hero of the league this year.
I kind of do too. Honestly, if you're gonna bet that, just throw it on money line. Pick them to win.
Yeah, because I mean the Saints have been so rocky all year. Their defense is not as good as advertised, and last week, I mean Dobbs was just making plays to win the game.
Yeah, didn't even know the plays probably.
They didn't know his cadence. They didn't even know when they were supposed to snap the ball. They got it done. So, give me a week of practice and give me a Vikings dub.
Yeah, I think the Vikings might rally around that a little bit. They were kind of heating up until Kirk got hurt, so maybe they'll keep it going. I agree with that take. I'll take the Vikings. I think it's at 2.5 right now.
Yep. Also, I would say bet the Raiders. I don't even know they play or what the line is, but Antonio Pierce has those guys ready
Yeah,
to
he's got them fired up. But
kill
they are
everybody.
playing the Jets
Yeah.
on Sunday Night Football.
Well, we'll get to Sunday night and see where we're at, but I think I'm going
Yeah.
to lay some money on the Raiders.
Yeah, that's just a pick-em situation. It's +1, so.
Well, what you got this week?
I am with you on the Pittsburgh under. With the defense playing the way they are, and Pickett's struggling, Green Bay is struggling even more so probably. So I think that's a pretty easy under. I don't think Green Bay scores more than 2 touchdowns at most. And then same thing with the Steelers. I don't think they're capable of scoring.
Yeah, they're both looking tough on offense right now. Decent defenses as well.
I like the Colts at the Patriots. Give me the Colts -1.5. I think Gardner's going to get it done. I also have the over for that game for some reason. I just think there's going to be lots of points scored.
Yeah, the Colts can't stop anybody, and it seems like Mac Jones is kind of balling now after everyone said he's.
Yeah, I think both of these teams are pretty like good pace teams. They're not very they're not super slow. I'm with you on the Vikings. The Titans, Buccaneers, the Titans fans, I will not advise anybody to bet on the Titans whenever they are not at home. So
yeah, I got the Bucks -1 at home. You know, I mean Titans suck on the road.
I'll bet on the boys, but I'm definitely not shouting that from the rooftops for anyone to follow me. I like the Bengals to cover a touchdown. I think the wheels are rolling in Cincy, and it's 6.5 right now, so get it while you can. And then I think their defense is playing good enough, and the offense is starting to click. Is Jamar Chase? Do we know if he's playing?
I saw something about him having an injury. I'm not sure. I mean, they're so deep at receiver. I don't know if it matters.
Yeah, I think it'd be fine either way. Cardinals, Falcons. I think this is the week Kyler Murray is actually projected to come back, so I'll go ahead and grab the Cardinals.
Modern Warfare comes out though, so he might not.
Yeah, I think I'm taking the Cardinals and the over in that one just because if Kyler comes back, there's no defense being played. We saw the Titans score 4 touchdowns on the Falcons, so I think little man Kyler can get that done as well if he comes back. I'm just assuming he's coming back. If not, then all that's going to be out of the water, and we're just going to hope it happens either way. I'm with you on the Lions. I think the Chargers have strung together a couple wins.
I think they're just not good. I think, you you look at their offense, Keenan Allen, Herb, Eckler, and you want them to be good, but I think at the end of the day, they're just not very good.
Yeah, the NFL wants Justin Herbert to win so bad, but it's just not happening. And I think the Lions are they had a bye week, so they're getting right.
Yeah, after the Ravens loss, I think they're going to come back strong.
Definitely not touching Dallas versus Giants. The 16.5-point spread is wild, but not touching it.
Nope.
I think that's it. There's not a great amount of things that I want to throw money on.
Yeah, NFL's been rough this year for sure. Kind of hard to call at times, but that's every year. But this year it's even harder. I feel like.
Yeah, I like the Bengals and probably the Lions the most this week, but we'll see how that goes.
Bengals and Lions. Locks.
Nice season, Cashin, with you. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Thanks for calling in with your NFL picks. I think they've been pretty good this year. I don't know how well you've done, but just based
I'm
on
just swapping money with FanDuel at this point. We're going back and forth. We're
I'll just
keeping
have
it
a
even.
business relationship at this point.
Yeah. All right. See
Good
you next
stuff.
call.
All right. NFL insider Aham calling in maybe for the last time this year. I don't know yet. I don't know. But unless someone else wants to call in, I think I'm going to wrap it. I think I'm going to start wrapping it up here. If you didn't sub, I don't know how many subs we got, but I was at 39 to start the show. It would be solid. 2 0 0 0. You're on Cashin.
Damn.
Dean, what's up?
Hello? There you are. What's up?
What are you doing, pal?
All right. Man, just watching the Mississippi State game about to tip off. Hey, I will say this, 2 things. Number 1, great season, buddy.
Thanks,
Love
Dean.
listening every week.
Thank you, Dean. That means a lot.
Absolutely. Oh, dude, anytime. Also, Grizzlies update, we're terrible.
I don't. Have we won yet?
One game.
Okay, we won. We won a game.
One game. And it was against the Utah Jazz, and 3 of their starting 5 were out. And we won by 3.
Win where you can. Win where you can. I mean,
Where you can.
so do you think we're going to be better when Ja comes back, or do you think we're just never going to get there this year?
We don't have a good 5.
Yeah.
John Moran I think he'll get close, and we'll make the postseason, but we'll never be as good as we were last year because we have no big man down low.
Mike could trade for somebody, but yeah, Xavier Tillman's not it. Man's bald at the age of 21.
He is the exact opposite of it.
Yeah.
Also, how do you feel about the in-game tournament courts?
I think they're nuts. I mean, some of them are kind of cool. The Grizzlies obviously got a dud. I think theirs is gray. But the Pelicans court is absolutely hideous. And I don't even see how the players play on it.
Have you seen the Miami Heat?
I haven't.
It is blood red on the outside. In the middle is just straight yellow. But not cool pastel. It is the yellow you wear.
Just straight Ronald McDon.
Ronald McDon, middle school youth group, choir, yellow.
Nice.
90s color.
Yeah, they really missed on that. They missed on pretty much all of the City Edition uniforms. I think they got to stop trying so hard in the NBA.
I think they're just trying to match, because I think they fall in the same category as baseball, where they're just not finding, no one watches, I don't know, I guess I'm in the small fraternity of people that think that the regular season NBA is fun. And it's kind of like baseball. People that follow all 162 games in the MLB are insane.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anyone who does that, but I'm sure there are people out there that do it, which you're right, are insanos if they do that.
Yeah. Last question for you. Mississippi State, how far are we making it in college basketball?
In the college, in this tournament they're in, the Barstool tournament, or just in general?
Not the Barstool, but just all right. So you have Josh Hubbard from Madison Ridgeland Academy, who is one of the most, the top-ranked private school basketball player in the country.
Yeah.
He's coming in. I mean, I see
them
winning.
I think we make the tournament. I would love to see us get into the Sweet 16.
I think it's gonna be Alabama, the Mississippi State in the SEC tournament championship, and I really do think you're right. I think a Sweet 16 is coming away for people in Clarksville.
I think that's kind of the ceiling, but you gotta I think we get into the tournament, we got to win a first round game. I feel like maybe the last 3 times we've gotten in, we've lost. We lost to Liberty. I don't even think we made it last year, right? I think we did NIL whatever last year, not NIL, whatever the other tournament is. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Peyton Murphy raises a point, Dean. Dylan Brooks was actually the key to success for the Grizz. He is leading the NBA in 3-point percentage right now.
Dylan Brooks, Desmond Bain, and Jaren Jackson Jr. are the only good players we have right now.
Well, Dylan Brooks is on the Rockets. Dylan Brooks is on the Rockets.
Oh, my fault.
But he is leading the NBA in 3-point percentage, so it does hurt to not have him.
Oh, no, I was all for Dylan Brooks. I don't know why they got rid of him. Because
he's just the biggest villain in the NBA. But I mean, now, it kind of goes with Memphis. Honestly, gotta have guys people hate.
I mean, I just like him on the Grizzlies because I mean, you're a media market team and you're like making fun of like LA, New York.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
All these major markets. It feels good because we're in the dirty South and it's the third capital of the world.
I mean, Ja keeps that blicky, you know. So it made sense. It made sense.
I was gonna come back and we'll make the postseason. That's it.
I agree. I think we'll make it. I think they'll turn it around. But 25 games is tough. You only got like less than 60 left to get in. So
yeah, but with being 1 and I think 12 right now, it's not going to be we're like 1-0.
I don't think they've played that many yet, but yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah. All right, brother. Great season. Thanks for doing that.
All right, Dean. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, anytime.
All right. Dean and the Grizz. Yeah, Peyton. Dylan Brooks leading the NBA in 3-point percentage is tough to not have on the squad right now. I'll say that. I got 7% battery left. If anyone wants to call in, now's your time. If you haven't subbed to the channel, subscribe. Let's get to 40 tonight. I'm feeling it. 601-706-9475. I'll be wrapping up while I wait for you to call if you are going to call. Good season. I may or may not be back in 2 weeks. I will for sure not be here next week. And then Thanksgiving week / Egg Bowl week, there's a chance I do like a live stream or something like during the Egg Bowl. But it is like Thanksgiving Day, so that's kind of tough. Might do like an Egg Bowl recap episode on Friday. I don't know. But definitely, we'll try to mix in like a college football playoff episode. Maybe like the New Year's 6 bowls, kind of go over that. But this is kind of the last episode in this format where we're going to be doing it every week. For those of you that have tuned in every week, man, I really appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. Viewership has grown like 100% from last year. I think I had like 20 people in here last year. It says right now I've had like 45 already in here tonight. So I really appreciate it. Appreciate the call-ins all year. And it sounded like I was about to cry. I just burped. So yeah, appreciate it. Sub to the channel, and gonna try to come back bigger and better next year if I can. Like I said, kind of want to do like a co-host situation or like a round table situation. But kind of need some like extra hands to do like audio video stuff. Make all the graphics myself and kind of do all that on my own. You won't want to recap the Egg Bowl at Friday. Yeah, that's probably true, Peyton. We could recap it just so Ole Miss fans could come in here and just dog on the dogs. But anyway, yeah, gonna look to make it bigger and better next year. And just keep improving it if I can. If you guys have any like questions, comments, concerns about the show, I don't know why I'm acting like this is like up for debate. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do either way. But if you think I should add something or whatever, I think I'm still gonna be kind of active on Instagram. Just throw some pics on there or whatever. So follow the Instagram Cash with Cam. And if no one's calling in, I think I'm gonna call it. 601-706-9475. Anybody? Bueller. All right. This is an unofficial sign off. Cashin with Cam for 2023. Thank you, Dakota. It was fun. We'll see you guys either in the coming months, weeks, but definitely next year at some point. That's all I can say. Peace.